Hello, good morning again, Year 6. So welcome back to our final English session of this week. Now we are going to be writing our chronological report. So you did all your plans yesterday, okay? I've already given you your feedback for some excellent planning, and now it's your time to write them, okay? But first, just a quick recap, okay? There is no starter today, okay? Because we are going straight into our work, because this will take you a good hour to probably write. Now, today you will be using yesterday's plan to help you, okay? So here are some photographs to help you imagine some of the scenarios a little bit better. Now this is Ellis Island, and this photograph was taken in 1905. Now this place was in use to process all immigrants that arrived into America from 1892 to 1924. However, it was still used up until 1954. And actually, from here, you could see a very clear view of the Statue of Liberty. Now, even nowadays, there is still a museum there, and there's loads of books where you can see all the names of people who came through this island. Okay then. Again, this is what the Great Hall looks like. This has been restored. And remember, this used to be full, absolutely chock-a-block full of people in here, okay, waiting to get into America to their streets that were paved of gold. This is one of the ships that would arrive at Ellis Island. Look, think about how it would be powered. Think about how busy it would be on here. You can see people still on railings looking at what's going on outside, okay? But imagine what the conditions would have been like on here. As we already talked about, there may be some really nice stories and some nice friendships made, but at the same time, the vulnerability to the weather would have been really, really bad, okay? People have got wet, cold, people would have got seasick, okay? And it would have taken a long time for them to go from the country that they come from all the way to America. It wouldn't have taken a day or two. We're talking weeks for this to arrive, okay? So this is one of the ships, and think about how you would be feeling as you're first coming up to land and you can see the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island. Would it be confusion, what's going on? Would it be excitement of the things that might happen on their adventure? Again, is it a bit of worry, self-doubt? Are they starting to think, oh, have I made the right decision here? Okay, and use all of these examples into your report. Get those emotions, get what people will be thinking and feeling, describing what it would have been to see America for the first time through their eyes. Again, here is a picture from the deck of the boat. Look at how full that is. Okay, oh, apologies. I was trying to zoom that in for you. Look at how full it is on there, okay? Crowds and crowds of people trying to get onto this boat, okay? Think what it'd be like to live in there for a couple of weeks. What would the emotions be like? How would you feel if you were on that boat? Again, whatever you're thinking, get that into your report, okay? Those emotions, those thought processes. Again, here they are leaving the boat, okay? You can see people have emigrated. They've gone to this country to live forever. And look, they've got maybe one suitcase, okay? A box. But look at how they're dressed as well, okay? Again, here they are inside the Great Hall, okay, on Ellis Island. Now, your work should be fairly formal. I also want you to try and include as many of these features from chronological reports that we've already spoken about this week. So here is that file again, okay? This is still on Google Drive. If you want to have it out, you can use it as a little checklist. So again, one of the most important things are those time connectives. Remember, this is a chronological report. It happens in time order. So these time connectives are going to be very, very useful, okay? You will not be writing in present tense. You'll be writing in past tense, okay? So you need to make sure that you are writing in past tense. It has already happened. Even the conclusion when you talk about what happened to Jesse in the later life after the story's ended will still be in past tense. It's already happened. You are giving a newspaper report to an audience in front of you. So it's already happened, okay? Again, it should be factual, okay? No superheroes, no spaceships. It's a factual report, okay? Again, you can make up some little information that wasn't in the book. Of course you can, but keep it realistic. You may want to include direct quotes. Again, another key one, you must have paragraphs. We've already talked about the subheadings. Remember, subheadings should have their own line, they should be underlined, they should be very clear what you're going to be talking about. And you will need that opening and closing paragraph as well. If you want to spend some extra time doing some labelled diagrams and illustrations, you may do so. But remember, this will not make a chronological report, okay? So you can include them, but don't spend ages on these. Spend more time on your writing, please. Again, the style, you're going for a formal style of writing with this one. And I want to see at least one example of passive voice, okay? We've done it earlier this week. I want one sentence at least in the passive voice. And remember, there should be no contractions, so no can't or don't or won't, okay? Keep them out of there because it's a formal style. Now, again, these structural signposts here, we've already come across. Those subheadings, okay? Make sure that they are in your writing. Otherwise, it's not going to be a very structured chronological report. So, that's what I want to include. That checklist is all on the Google Drive still from earlier this week. You can re-download it, or if you need it, I can send it to you again. If you can't find it, that is not a problem. And this is my example here of what I have started to write. And yours will look something like this. So I've called it A Voyage of Dreams. Let's look at my introduction, my opening paragraph, okay? The year was 1905, and around the world, rumours were awash about a city with streets paved of gold. What was going on? Rhetorical question. Why was there a sudden influx of people wishing to travel to America? We managed to speak to a woman who made this painstakingly long journey. We will hear the story of Jessie. And I'm going to start at the beginning because it's a chronological report. The beginning. Jessie was raised by her grandmother in a poor village in the middle of Europe. Her parents had died when she was little. Her humble beginnings were of a very small house, one small skinny cow, and the occasional vegetable. Life was hard, but she had the love of her grandmother. When she discussed her young years, Jessie declared that we didn't have much, but I still had an enjoyable childhood. The moment of change, when it all changed. All of a sudden, Jessie's life was changed by the rabbi. The rabbi, a local religious figure and educator, was offered a ticket to America. However, and then I would keep going and going and going, of course I would. And then I'd have further subheadings, maybe the boat journey or Ellis Island, first impressions of America, as fate would have it when she meets Lou again, the future, and of course my conclusion about what I have talked about in my report. Now you can see this writing here. It's a very good example, if I don't say so myself. It has got time connectives, it's got passive voice, it's got subheadings, it's even got other things that we talked about in class, like relative clauses, subordinate clauses. Basically, include all these key features of your writing into this piece. This is my example year 6. Of course, you can go back and listen to that again. Again, if you get some ideas from this, feel free to take those ideas and make them into your own work. But of course, please don't copy it, okay? Now, it's your turn. I would like you to go and write this report. Now, squares, you should have an introduction and at least 2 paragraphs, and then a conclusion. Triangles and circles, you need to write your report as well, and it should have an introduction, at least 4 paragraphs, and a conclusion as well. Again, use a writing checklist, and make sure you proofread your work. So when you've finished it, don't go, yep, I'm done. Read it again. Check your spelling, check your grammar. Can you improve it? Please send all completed work to me by 4 p.m. I will mark it tonight and over the weekend, and I'll get you some feedback ready for Monday morning. So this is your work year 6. Remember, I am here if you need help at any point. I will be Skyping you this morning. They'll probably be a little bit shorter than normal, just so you've got plenty of time to be writing this. And of course, I'm here all day if you need any help. But otherwise, I look forward to speaking to you very shortly. And year 6, I really do look forward to reading your writing. Have a wonderful session. Goodbye.